Sometimes people ask me, or lately people have asked me, why I even bother dealing with the psychology of the person, which to me seems like an odd question. But firstly, I don't solely believe in Western culture's idea of psychology. I think it can be helpful, but I don't believe in it. I think it's got lots of gaps because it's based on our current way of thinking and believing that we are separate, we live in time, and that we're born and we die, and that this is who we are, we're this limited person. And to me, any philosophy that's based on that can never be that accurate because it's based on a lie. But I do think the use of looking at your psychological makeup can be in the breaking of the addiction to the story. If you're really unconscious about your dynamics, then you're unconsciously seeking, and seeking is what separates you. So if you're very unconscious that you're still looking, say, for your mother's love, or your father's love or something, then unconsciously you'll be seeking this in every interactions that you have with people. And this will create a lot of pain for you because you'll be looking for the attention of your parents in your work environment, in your relationship, in your hobbies, in your interactions on Facebook, in the spiritual teacher. You'll always be looking for that validation which you feel like you never got as a child. And this is never gonna be ending unless it's recognized for what it is. And the way that it's recognized is through understanding how your thinking mind works, understanding how your body works, and bringing into personal awareness that dynamic. And what I mean by personal awareness is the awareness that you can move, the awareness that you can either put on the outside, so on what's happening outside of your building, say the birds singing, or you can put into the room, you can put on the sound of my voice, or you can put into your big toe or into your fingers. So you move that personal awareness onto the feelings in your body and to the thoughts of your body. And when you're, say, at work and you're interacting with your boss, you move your attention into your emotional feelings, and you'll see, if you surrender enough to it rather than in defense, rather than in trying to defend what you feel, you'll begin to see what's really there. And it could be that from your boss you're wanting the approval that your dad never gave you or your mother never gave you, and you just become aware that that's happening. As soon as it's brought into a personal awareness, that dynamic will begin to change. Once you realize that you're stabbing yourself in the foot, you're not going to carry on stabbing yourself in the foot unless you're enjoying the pain. Once these things are seen, they will change naturally. You don't need to put any effort into changing them. There just needs to be a recognition of them. And eventually, the personality will become stabilized, and then there can be a seeing beyond that, that you aren't that personality structure, that you aren't that seeking pattern, that you aren't the body, that you aren't your experiences, that you aren't this person that's born, has 80 years of life and dies at age 85. What you are, who you truly are, is present, which is this empty looking and this sense of I am, this sense of existence. And that's never moved and is always here, and everything comes and goes and moves in that. So everything you think and feel isn't who you are. So some people get into a radical way of thinking that that's all they need to see, that they just need to see that they are that big consciousness, that big I am beyond themselves, and then that seeking dynamic will stop. But from my experience, while you've got strong addiction to the story, you will carry on seeking. And the way the addiction works is a longing for a completion in a thing. So a longing for a completion in a drink, in a drug, in a person, in a situation. And you'll keep doing it, and you'll keep repeating it again and again and again and again.